이번에 나온 유명 의사는
This celebrity is called
마돈나
Madonna.
이 사람은
She recently started a trend of shopping for children in third world countries, which gained her enormous publicity.
주목을 받게 된다. 그녀는
She
미국 내
could have
수백만
adopted
명이나
one of the
되는
millions
수없는
of
불쌍한
poor black children in America who have no home.
이렇게 하는 것은
But that would not have gotten her the attention she so desperately craves.
만들지는 못하였을 것이다. 미스터 타이거 우즈를
Meet
만나보고
Mr. Tiger Woods,
욕심 많고 타락한
an athlete who has made millions of dollars from his image as an honest, dependable family man, even though the greedy golfer was also having sex with over a dozen waitresses, porn stars, and C-grade models at the same time.
이 사람은
This is B-grade actor Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger,
지금 보는 것은 캘리포니아의
seen here with his wife when he was re-elected as governor of California. Unlike the other B-grade actor who served as governor of California,
이 배우는 대통령까지는
this actor won't be president
왜냐하면
because
자기
he
집 가정
fathered a child with the family maid in their marital bed.
이들 두
These two
배우는
actors are very big celebrities.
그들의 이름은 브래드와
Their names are
안젤리나입니다.
Brad and Angelina, and their brand is Brangelina.
그들 또한 제3세계에서
They also shop for children in third world countries.
마찬가지로 이들 또한 미디어의 주목을 받는
Like
것에
other celebrities, they constantly complain about the media attention they get,
어린이를 구매하기
even
위한
though they have entire teams of propagandists who alert the media each time they go shopping for children
전속되어 있는 홍보팀
or
전체가
purchase a coffee wearing the latest designer clothes.
알려주면서도 말이다. 진실은
The truth
이런
is
유명
that
인사들은
celebrities like these are merely collaborators.
예를 들어 서구 사회에서 담배의
For
사람들을
example, despite the fact that tobacco in the West is laced with more than 2,000 deadly chemicals designed to addict and kill humans,
잡지, 영화,
celebrities frequently appear in magazines, movies, and fashion shoots smoking cigarettes.
거대 담배 회사는 청소년들이 이들과
Big
같은
Tobacco
유명인이 되고
pays
싶다는
these
것을
trained
알고
monkey
있기 때문에
collaborators of
이들
death
꼭두각시
enormous
협력자들에게
amounts to
먹고
smoke
죽을
and
정도의
glamorize their
어마어마한
product,
돈을 지불하며 담배를
knowing that the
피우고
youth want to be celebrities too.
Nicole, don't do that, you promised.
간혹 유명인은
Sometimes celebrity exacts a terrible toll on the human brain, leading to confusion and misery.
이 가엾은 사람은
This poor man
최근
is
약물
Mr. Michael
과다복용으로
Jackson,
숨진
a very famous musician who recently died from a drug overdose. Let's look at what America did to this man.
그의 조상들은
His
아프리카에서
ancestors were raped from Africa and brought to America as slaves, and his childhood was spent working and performing for a violent father who colluded with record companies to profit from his talents.
자본주의
So
소나기에서
much pain at the hand of capitalism leads to an identity crisis.
이 충격적인 영상들
These disturbing images are not film trickery, but the result of a practice known as plastic surgery.
통계 자료에 의하면
In surveys, 9 out of 10 women in the West are unhappy with their appearance,
이런 배경으로
which drives them to spend enormous amounts of money buying cosmetics, clothes, and plastic surgery,
불구하고 여성들은
despite the fact that they will never become celebrities or look like the models in the advertisements.
이것을
This
소비
is
지상주의라고
consumerism.
대스타죠.
Many of the biggest celebrities have no talent at all.
이 대단히 유명한
This
여자는
very famous woman
미스
is called
케이티
Miss Katie
프라이스라고
Price.
부르는데 그녀의
Her brand name is Jordan,
나이 조사에
and despite my
불구하고
research,
그녀가
it
하고
seems
있는
clear that she doesn't actually do anything.
이 사람은
This is Miss Paris Hilton.
이
This narcissistic parasite comes from a wealthy hotel family. She glorifies her opulent lifestyle without guilt and is said to charge $150,000 to appear at parties.
그녀는 심지어
She even has a TV program called My New Best Friend Forever,
나의
where
새로운
people compete to be her new best friend.
프로그램을 운영하기도 한다. 이것이 서구 사회에서는
Proof that anything in the West can be reproduced and commodified for profit.
될수 있다는 증거이다. 이것이 서구 사회에서
This is part of a trend in the West for what is called reality television.
하는 것이다. 현실 TV는
A type of freak show programming about talentless narcissists who like to talk about themselves and go shopping. In the field of American reality TV, competition is fierce for the most grotesque example of such exploitation. There are shows like The Swan, where women who are deemed ugly enter a plastic surgery competition to see who can be turned into the most beautiful.
She's just very masculine, face, body, basically everywhere. So we really need to change her body with a lot of liposuction, breast augmentation. We really need to feminize her face by doing a brow lift, rhinoplasty, take the fat of her cheeks and her chin. She really deserves to be in this program.
Without a doubt.
This one is called My Super Sweet 16, where children have tens of thousands of dollars spent on them simply because they are turning 16. They are treated like celebrities, despite the fact that they have achieved nothing and are out of touch with reality.
And if you're ready?
But this is nothing compared to a reality series called The Bachelor, where a handsome, wealthy young man declares his commitment to picking a wife from a bevy of 16 potential brides. His sincerity in talking to each woman is chilling, as are their claims to love him. After sampling all of the potential brides, he decides who to marry, turning the most personal of decisions into a commodity, an experience to be manipulated, packaged, and sold worldwide.
You guys ready?
Distraction techniques like television and celebrity magazines are the propagandist's best tools for keeping people from thinking and talking about important issues. Now, they have another. The games industry now generates more money than the film industry and has cemented the West as a culture of death, violence, and destruction. This is Grand Theft Auto 4. Here, you can kill anything that moves and have sex with prostitutes. This game appeals so much to people, it sold $500 million worth of units in its first week of sale. Because gaming and animation desensitizes violence and death, much of the billions in military spending goes into recruiting young, poor, and uneducated people to fight their Fortune 500 wars using these same techniques.
Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year.
Still 2-6, crazy horse 1-8. Come on, fire!
Hey, Roger.
Come on, let us shoot. 1-8, okay, clear. Come on.
This game is based on something called WWE, which stands for World Wrestling Entertainment. Extreme violence cheered on by Americans baying for blood. They know the names of each one of these actors, and yet they don't know where Britain is on the map, despite the efforts of the British to be their best friends. 85% of American young adults can't find Israel, Iraq, or Afghanistan on a world map. 30% of them can't find the Pacific Ocean on the map. 75% of them don't know the population of the US, and 11% of them can't even find it on a map. This is ideal, of course. Keep the masses ignorant and pacified on the couch. Distract them with violence, death, and the illusions of celebrity. reduce resistance and thought, make them choose the bland over the brilliant,
건조한 사람이 되는 것을 사고력이 풍부한 사람이
meaningless
되는 것보다는
over the
무의미한
thoughtful,
사람이 되는 것과 쓰레기 같은 것들에 눈이 번쩍
and
뜨이게 하는
dazzle
사람이
them
되게
with
하는
trash.
그런 것 말이다. 이것이 세계
This is now what people around the world accept as normal. This manufactured reality has become more real than this. 38 million homeless Americans. But the media doesn't want people to know about these Americans. Not unless they can be used for entertainment.
You want to be on top?
Meet Miss Tyra Banks, a former clothes model who now has a talk show where she pretends to be concerned about people's problems and society in general, even though she has no qualifications to do this. Here, she dresses up and pretends to be homeless in order to experience life on the streets, which is impossible because she owns numerous homes and great wealth.
이 가식적 행태에
The audience doesn't question this charade,
대신 이것은 그녀가 자신에
but instead it willingly feeds into her need to talk about herself. Here we see America's Next Top Model, where everything is covered in her Tyra brand.
겨우 그녀의 이름만
Everyone has
보였을
to shout and scream and appear delighted at the mere mention of her name.
보여야 된다. 이번 에피소드에서는
In this episode, she has the contestants made up to pose as blood-spattered and mangled corpses, while across the other side of the world, her fellow Americans were shooting, stabbing and blowing up an estimated 1.8 million Iraqi civilians.
참가자들과 함께하고 있다. 대부분의 미국인들과 마찬가지로 그녀 또한
Like most Americans, she doesn't know or care about these numbers.
신경도 쓰지 않는다.
She is concerned only about a life of style over substance.
관심이 있을 뿐이다.